fuck are you guys doing down here? What the fuck are you playing with your dick for? You're having a piss? Yeah, right, you dirty fuckers. Cottaging down here. There's families walk through here. You fucking dirty bastards. You should be ashamed of yourself. Go home. Pay for a prostitute. Stop doing this in public. Thank you. Thank you. Back in Cracky Gardens here at Piccadilly Gardens, back in Manchester. It's been a few weeks since I've done a video here, and to answer the question someone asked in the comment section, have I been avoiding Manchester on purpose? The answer is no. It's just that after hundreds of videos here and seeing the view count slowly diminish from the repetitive Manchester videos, I felt it was time to hit the road, Jack. Good morning. How is it 16 degrees at 10 past 10 a.m. on Friday the 11th of November, 11/11/22? What a weird date. 11 plus 11 equals 22. And today the Americans write the date in the correct format by accident. Now, joking aside, Lucy Letby is in that court there. She is the alleged multiple baby murderer. 7 babies murdered, 17 babies badly injured. You have to beg the question, is this a damning indictment of the National Health Service and of her colleagues in the neonatal unit where she was allegedly committing these almost, there's no description, it's the lowest of the low. There's a metaphysical difference between murdering a baby and, say, murdering a middle-aged person. The middle-aged person, they're at the end of their story, pretty much. Elderly, at end of the story. You kill a baby at the start of their story, you can't be forgiven. And prison isn't very kind on people who harm children. So I got to be careful with what I say, because you can get done in this country for affecting court cases. But if Lucy Letby is found guilty of murdering many babies, my advice to her is she should kill herself at the earliest opportunity. She will not enjoy prison. And if we were in a small tribe, we would just take her around the back and just dispose of her. There's many parallels between Lucy Letby and Jeffrey Dahmer, not just numerically. Jeffrey Dahmer convicted of murdering 17 young men. And again, it's a damning indictment of the gay community in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where these crimes took place in the late 80s, early 90s. How can 17 young men from a community, the gay community in Milwaukee, which isn't LA, it's not New York, it's not Chicago, it's not the biggest city. It's like, and imagine the gay community, they all know each other. How can 17 of them disappear forever? And nobody saw the patterns. WTF. And that was back in the 90s. Here we are in the 2020s with checks and balances, surveillance, tick sheets, health and safety, and dealing with babies. And I can see it, you know, the depraved, monstrous ego gone wild of a psychopathic murderer. They get away with the first couple, they're like, wow, what a thrill. Get away with the next 3 or 4, wow. Then they try one more, and she attacked 24 babies. Babies badly injured. And where were the brains, the hearts, the morals, the consciences of the doctors, the nurses, the medical experts, the people around it? Surely after the first 1 or 2 babies, They should have figured this stuff out. The whole system is rotten to its core, to the point where a psychopath can do this to people's babies in the most trusted environment. It doesn't get darker than this. What a dark effing place the modern world is. What a dark effing place people's minds are. The more I live on this world, the older I get, the less I like the masses, the hordes. These people, literally, you know, you look at World War II, you look at Soviet Russia, the maniacs can bring in as many laws as they want, and it's up to normal, everyday, good people to say, nah, you're okay. It's okay, we're going to ignore this one. But people don't ignore the laws, they enact them, they enforce them. And you guys have no idea how, well, you do, you lived it, how close we came to concentration camps for non-vaccinated people for COVID. You have no idea. Well, you do, because you lived it. The public appetite driven by the media. Scapegoating. And society does this. Whether it's a small ethnic group, whether it's whatever, people need a scapegoat because they are demented apes. I like some people, but the masses, the hordes, the mob mentality, kill them all. Good morning from the East Lancashire Road, the A580. The time is 10:58 a.m. on Remembrance Day. It is the 11 of the 22, and we're coming up to 11 a.m. And I'm just curious if there's going to be a 2 minutes stopping of the traffic lights. I've seen the signs in Manchester saying no traffic lights for 2 minutes. And I want to see if they do it here. Harbinger of the apocalypse, the heron on the roof.